If someone told you that in a span of 6 years you would undergo Tommy John surgery and labrum surgery, you'd probably stick away from playing baseball. No? Okay, how about doing it again? Still not enough? How about getting diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, otherwise known as GBS, an autoimmune disorder in which your own immune system attacks your nerves, leading to muscle weakness and sometimes paralysis? Well, none of that stopped Virginia Tech first baseman Nick Holisa, who, yes, has overcome 4 surgeries, GBS, and COVID-19 to continue doing what he loves, playing baseball.
Virginia Tech. And especially their three-point shooting. Hunter Couture made his first 6 three-pointers en route to a career high. The Hokies were on the bubble of entering today. Now they know they're not even playing in Dayton. They're going straight to the field of 64.
Exactly. It's going to be a wonderful time to see on Selection Sunday. What do you think the limit is for this team? How far can they go?
Well, when you defeat the 1 seed Duke Blue Devils, the blue blood of the ACC, and do it by 15 points, the sky is the limit right now for this team. They're playing their best basketball.
It's been 6,194 days since the Mountaineers of West Virginia last held on to the Black Diamond Trophy. It's been so long, in fact, that when the Mountaineers take the field on Saturday, the players that will be in the starting lineup will have been in preschool the last time it had been in West Virginia's possession. A rivalry that dates back to the Big East. The Hokies and Mountaineers faced off every single year from 1978 to 2005. That 2005 matchup, the last time the Hokies made that trip to Morgantown. Overall, West Virginia leads the overall series 28-23 with 1 tie in the midst. But with the Hokies and Mountaineers facing off with a home-and-home with the first leg in Morgantown this Saturday, it should re-spark a rivalry that hasn't shown up since the last 2 decades.
We wrap up day 2 of the 2022 ACC Men's Basketball Tournament with a big victory by the 6th-seeded UVA Cavaliers. For 3304 Sports, I'm Tyler Katz, joined alongside Jake Lyman, as the Cavs defeated the Louisville Cardinals 51-50, avoiding an upset by the 11th-seeded Cardinals. And Jake, Virginia just really seemed to enforce their tempo and style of play upon the Cards.
Yeah, UVA pretty much every year under Tony Bennett, they're going to be one of the slowest tempo teams in the entire country, and it's very rare to see a team win a game in these days without hitting a three-pointer, but they did it. They went 0 for 6 from long range, and somehow Virginia still found a way to win. Not sure that's going to cut it tomorrow in the quarterfinals, though.
Very tough North Carolina team is up next on the slate for UVA. However, this win did keep them on the bubble for their NCAA tournament hopes. They do, however, still need some help, and they got some today.
Yeah, UVA still some work to do to get into the NCAA tournament. Probably need to win against UNC tomorrow. Maybe even need to win in the semifinals, but it helps they got a little bit of assistance from some other teams. Wake Forest lost earlier today, moves them into the questionable spot on Selection Sunday, and Xavier across the river in Manhattan falling to Butler. That's another team that UVA needs to see fall. Virginia Tech and Virginia both keeping themselves in the conversation and getting a little bit of help trying to get into that field of 68 on Sunday.
Well, we're finally done with our slate of 4 games today. We're going to turn around 4 games tomorrow.
Centering pass to Franklin, now over to Gardner for 3. Front iron clangs in and out, and it almost looked like Leaky Black was going up to finish it before realizing it was the wrong basket. And now Love over on the left side. He's being guarded by Beekman. Trips up for his second. Back to Manick to Black. All the way over to R.J. Davis. A foul will be called on an illegal screen. That will be Shedrick called on the foul. That's his second, team's second. And that will take us to the media timeout. 15:43 remains in the ballgame. North Carolina continuing their dominant play of basketball. 39-18. We'll take a short break and be back from the final quarterfinal of the ACC Men's Basketball Tournament on 3304 Sports. Back here in Brooklyn, New York at Barclays Center, home of the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA regular season, also the New York Liberty of the WNBA, and LIU. The LIU Sharks, when they play in the regular season, play here at the Barclays Center. So far, it's the ACC tournament, 39-18 UNC.
LIU Brooklyn just lost to Wagner in their conference tournament.
So wishing they were playing back here at the Barclays Center, which would be their home court. Now Leaky Black, a shot off the glass and in. Almost a bullet pass that was put into the glass that found its way in. It's 41-18.
Another player who hasn't done much here today. 6 points, 3 of 5 shooting. Efficient night for him on 24 minutes played.
UVA struggling shooting-wise. Beekman has it back out to Clark. Decides not to go for the three instead of handing it off to Franklin from the free throw line. Rattles out. Manick gets the rebound for North Carolina. 2 ACC Blue Bloods, and one of them just beating down on the other. Davis over to Manick. Will find Leaky Black. Inside to Manick. Hook shot underneath the basket. Can't get it to fall. Cafaro gets the defensive rebound for UVA.
Manick still outscoring Virginia. He's got 19, UVA's 18.
We're 6 minutes into the second half for context. Pass over to Gardner, off the glass and in. No longer UVA with 20.
All right, so if it was UVA against Manick, UVA would have the 1 point advantage.
Instead, North Carolina has a 21-point advantage right now. It'll be R.J. Davis on the right wing. Bounce pass over to Baycott. Up and over, no good. Ugly shot from Baycott. K.A. Clark has it on the left wing. Explodes over, pass back outside to Gardner. Over to Franklin, wide open three. Rattles out again. Defensive rebound, North Carolina. Bad shooting night for the Hoos.
Hey, that one was closer, though, I can tell you that.
One of the closer shots they've had. A lot of them have missed well off the mark. Wide open look for Black in the corner. That one rattles out. Both teams struggling to shoot now.
And that's the thing we were talking about. UNC not shooting the ball extremely well. 19% from deep, now 18, 36% from the floor.
Clark has it underneath the basket, through the restricted zone, does a complete loop before finally finding the basket. K.A. Clark with probably his most athletic play of the day. His first 2 points, he's now 1 of 6 from the field. It'll be Love standing on the ACC men's tournament logo at center court before rolling to the right side in front of the UNC bench. Back over to Leaky Black, inside to Manick. Baycott backing up Cafaro, hook shot and in. 43-22. 13 minutes left to play in regulation. UNC just trying to hold on to a 21-point lead. Beekman back out to Franklin, being guarded by Manick. Pop up, Manick couldn't control. Now it's Davis having to recover. UNC keeps it on the right side. Over to Love for three, it's good. And it will force UVA to call timeout. So John Parker Romo boots this one away. Heading towards Traber Pena. Pena will take it, and we'll see the first return from the Orange. Cuts over to the 20, 25, and this could be a big return for the Orange. 40-yard line, Traber Pena has some room. 50, and finally is nailed at the 45-yard line, but a huge return for Traber Pena on the first ball that John Parker Romo doesn't send to the end zone.
He just sent a man flying, shook him out of his shoes. Traber Pena has put somebody on skates tonight. That was a huge juke move at about the 20. And then after that, there was just space in front. Really good job weaving his way through the defense, finding the holes, and finally they were just able to catch up to him. Huge return, and that is what Syracuse needed right now. 5:25, you're starting to run out of time in Orange Land.
Best field position so far for the Syracuse Orange. They line up at the Virginia Tech 45. Schrader will come out immediately with trips to the left, one receiver to the right side. Working very quickly, play clock at 1. The throw over to the left side is completed on a screen and getting through a couple of tacklers is the receiver in Courtney Jackson out of Monroeville, Pennsylvania. And barely short of that first down marker. It'll be second down and inches on the 36. So second and inches. Under 5 to go. Clock is at 4:50 and ticking down. Hokies 36, Orange 27. In pass formation, Schrader takes it, looks over to the left side, fires left side, has a wide open man. Caught. No, incomplete. Falls out of his hands. Just barely incomplete, and the receiver, unable to tell who it is right now, is still lying down in the end zone. And that is number 19, Sherrod Johnson, out of Miami, Florida, and will head to the sideline to be checked out by the medical staff. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Not the loudest cheers we've heard all day, but still louder cheers than the previous 2 plays. Syracuse now at all 4s on total yards today, 444. Schrader has Tucker to his immediate right, sends him over to the left. Schrader will hand it off to Tucker, who runs into a brick wall, gets around the brick wall to the 30-yard line, and will run out of bounds at the 21. It almost looked for certain like Tucker was going down.
That's something only Sean Tucker can do. That's just a generational kind of talent. Somehow gets around that wall of maroon and orange and picks up the 1st down. I mean, that was just a special play by the freshman.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 21-yard line, so just outside of the red zone. Will take the snap, and Schrader will keep it himself at the 20-yard line, pitches it over to Courtney Jackson to the 10-yard line, will fight for the 1st down. A very heads-up play by Garrett Schrader to lateral the football.
I don't think that was planned, Tyler. I think Courtney Jackson was just open. Schrader saw him. They communicated, saw eye to eye, and made something happen, because there's no way you can convince me that that's how that was drawn up.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Syracuse knocking at the door, under 4 to go in the game now. Schrader will back up into the shotgun with Sean Tucker standing to his right. Twins to the right side, twins to the left. Schrader takes the snap, will hand it off to Sean Tucker, but he's gobbled up by the Hokies almost immediately. Sean Tucker will lose a few yards on the play. It's still going to be 2nd down and goal from the 11.
Yeah, that was a big stop there for the Hokies defense. Weren't fooled that time by 34 in white and orange, Sean Tucker.
So Tucker losing a yard, not often that he does that. It's Tucker's 21st rush of the day, now netting 113 yards. 2nd down and goal from the 11-yard line. Crowd getting a lot louder than before. Another handoff to Tucker, and another stuff gobbled up by the Fightin' Gobblers.
Tyler, Garrett Schrader didn't think that snap was coming. He was literally communicating to the offensive line. The ball was snapped. The ball hit his thigh, fell to the ground, and he just had to pick that up and dive on it. That could have been detrimental if you're Syracuse at that point of the game. The crowd noise got into it, and the offensive line, the center, clearly heard something that he misheard, to say the least.
It is now 3rd down and 3rd and goal from the 12. Trips to the right side. Schrader looks right, throws end zone, touchdown Syracuse! Into the end zone, able to get it, Courtney Jackson.